Hopefully if we have enough time today, I can go ahead and get the car jacked up and get this Wonder Bar installed. So this helps stiffen up the front ends. It'll go kind of almost near that bar right there up in the front. Help stiffen the frame. I think these came stock on the IROX. This is an 83, so the IROX hadn't come out yet. But it'll help give it a bit stiffer ride, help stop with the frame flexing. You're ripping corners hard. So we'll try out the new jack there. Long reach 3-ton Caterpillar jack. And get this thing on some stands later. I was always struggling with the jacks. I had this old, well, it's not old, I got a good deal on it, 4,500 pound, kind of 360 Caterpillar one. This one's more meant for ATVs and bikes, kind of small engine type stuff. It's got a nice platform on it, but that's about as low as she'll go. So, you know, it's got a pretty big, I'd say that's about 8 to 10 inches. Whereas this one flat is like 3. So, plus it's way longer. You can get right under the Camaro here. Sometimes it's a bit of a pain to jack up. You gotta come under, especially on this side. See here, you got that exhaust pipe there. So you gotta come under. Right now, let's see if I can brighten it up a bit. Right to inside to the frame underneath of there. So this side's particularly difficult. Other side's a bit better, but before I would just have to use these skinny ramps here, set those up, drive the car up onto the ramps just to be able to get the jack under. That was a nightmare. Be slipping around with these things, rear wheel drive, manual. It was a pain in the nuts, so spent some money and got that jack, so we'll have everything all lifted up here this afternoon. So here's a question for all you 3rd Gen F body guys out there. Passenger side, how the hell do you jack this thing up and get a jack stand under there without jacking it way up? Even when I get it way up there, I don't know if there's going to be enough room on that little piece of frame right there to get this goddamn jack in under. So if anyone has any tips, throw that in the comment section, please. That'd be great. Okay guys, so step 1, like any automotive project here in the Rust Belt, we're gonna go ahead and soak it with some PB Blaster. Now, the Wonder Bar here connects our subframes together right underneath of this sway bar. So it's actually we're gonna need to take 2 bolts off of each side here and over there. And then this bar is basically gonna sandwich in right underneath of here. So let's go ahead and with some good old PB Blaster. And we'll let these guys soak here. Oh yeah. Hit the tops too. Now, I might be able to hit the other side from here. A little messy, but we'll have to go to the other side to get the inside of that bolt. But we'll spray that down and let her sit for a minute. Get the air compressor turned on. I think these are 5/8 bolts, so we'll get our sockets ready, have a look, and this should be a pretty quick install as long as we have no issues with these bolts, so hold tight. So I figured now is probably the best time to give this thing a quick cleaning and a quick spray with the old Rebuild Black. So got a little bit left of these 2 parts cleaners here. Got some spray 9 grease off and this McAllister's triple play degreaser. So we'll try, I got a little bit left in each. I think we'll go with the spray 9 first. I like that one. It's a little heavier duty than the McAllister's. This one is kind of more for engine bays where you got kind of sensitive components and stuff. So we'll give this thing a spray down. Okay, got her all freshly painted up with some rebuild black. Just some flat black rust paint there. So I'll let that dry for a little bit. And then we'll start working on these bolts underneath the car. Get them worked out. Okay, so here we are under the car. Let these bolts soak with PB Blaster. You notice right here there's a little tab. This is the indexing tab for what it goes back, so you're going to want to make sure that's in the same spot for your sway bar there. These 83 Z28s have a bit smaller sway bar than the IROCs, so they're not as prone to cracking than you know, the 84 and up IROCs, but this is still a good mod to do. If you ever do upgrade your sway bar, then you're gonna need this because it will be prone to cracking. So we got our impact gun here. So there's a 15mm bolt on here. Let the compressor catch up there for a minute, but they're broken free, they're coming down slowly. Okay. This side looks a little worse, but the impact should take care of that. Oh, this side came right out. Look at that. The other side is way stiffer. And you should only be in here per, the torque spec's about 41 foot-pounds. This side seems like 41, the other side was 100. Not sure what's going on there, but there we go. Just let that hang there. So now's a good time to clean up the face right here. You know, these ears, there's a little bit of crap here, so we'll get the contact cleaner out. And, or sorry, not the contact cleaner, the brake clean, parts clean. Spray this down, wire brush our spot right there, maybe put a little anti-seize, and then we'll get our Wonder Bar squeezed in here and bolt it back up. There's not too much corrosion under here, luckily. It's actually in pretty good shape after I got some brake cleaner on here. Get your daily dose of chlorine. These bushings aren't in terrible condition. You know, ideally when you're doing this, you'll probably want to go ahead and swap those out, but we're not doing that today. We look to see another 40 years. There we go. Give her one last spray with cleaner and she's good. Okay. Got her all cleaned up. Mounting's looking good. So we'll wipe that down and grab the Wonder Bar and get that in place. Okay, so we're back under the car here. we're just getting our bolts lined up. The sway bar there. So far I found the easiest thing. Get it under here. I got a little pump jack here to help push it up into place. See, it's kind of slowly going up. Just make sure the bolt holes are lined up. Then we'll get this guy in there. So looks like this needs to come over. There we go. We got that one started. And the back side should be lined up, hopefully. Okay, we got them in. So I'll just show you guys here. We did have to do a little modification. Where is it? So right here, this alignment tab, just had to cut the edge of the plate right there. You don't want to cut off that tab because that helps you get back aligned. Same thing on the other side. So we'll go ahead and get these snugged up. And then set the torque wrench. I think they're supposed to be 40 foot-pound, 41 foot-pound. So we'll set the torque gun to 41 pounds and let her eat. Okay. We got those snugged up there. Both sides. Now we'll go to the other side and get those snugged up. Okay, so we got the other side all tightened down. It's about 50 foot-pounds, just to be safe. So these last two bolts here tighten down. Get this jack out of the way now. There's 50. And there's 50. Okay. So there we go, guys. A 3rd gen Wonder Bar install here. Got all painted up just to show you. So on this side, it's very close to, we suspect, I don't know, oil cooler line or maybe old AC line. So you kind of got to put that in there first and then get your sway bar back up in there, but it fits perfectly. Another good thing to do while you're under here is to go ahead and do a quick inspection on your steering box here, especially on the driver's side. This is especially where they are prone to cracking. So, from what I can tell so far, hard to tell on the camera, but you know, no major cracking. The frame looks good. No cracking at all. You'll just kind of want to inspect this whole rail here on the inside, where it kind of mounts up here, but everything's looking good. And that's it for the Wonder Bar install. Take her for a test drive and try her out. Let it warm up a little bit more, and then we'll go for a tour. We got the old 5-speed manual in here. Transmission's working good. That's one thing I want to check this year is the transmission fluid. which I haven't really been able to do before because I haven't been able to get the car jacked up very high. So I should be able to do that this year. '83 Z28 Camaro, 94,000 kilometers, 350 small block Chevy. Still got the open diff rear end, champagne interior. This one's got the T-tops. Got a fuel access hatch here, fuel pump access hatch. Was nicely done by the previous owner. Some engravings on there. But everything's in good shape. We got the hidden access here for the trunk key. I think we're just about up to temperature. Take off here and take her around the block.